to this gluten-free restaurant. I've been so out of it all day, reacting to something I drank yesterday, and it's like every other day I go to the store and buy something, I end up having a reaction. So not only do I not have the energy to go to the store and prepare a meal, I don't want to risk having a reaction back to back, so I really wanted to make it to this gluten-free restaurant and at least check it out. I didn't get out until an hour before they closed, and it took me 40 minutes to get there, and I was afraid they were already going to be closed, but I got there and they were open, and the lady said like they don't have a menu, it's just like a different meal every day, you know, something with vegetables that I can't have. And then she offered to make breaded chicken with rice just for me. Like right before she closed, she went in and whipped up the special meal just for me. And then I realized she doesn't have a card machine, so I have to go down to the ATM, withdraw all of the cash I have, and it's almost enough, but not quite. She let me get away paying like 10 for it, too little. Shit. I literally just spent my last cent. It took me like another 20 minutes to realize, like, wait a second, like I have no money. Like, I can eat tonight, but how am I gonna eat tomorrow? And what was I thinking? Yeah, but you know, like I've been out to drink a couple times. I've ordered food a few times because I really have no idea what I'm spending, but every time I convert it, I'm like, oh wow, everything is so cheap, that I sort of like forget that I don't actually have a lot of money. So like, even though it's cheap, I still can't really afford all of this stuff. Like I even had money from like Teespring and blah blah and like these different things online that I never like touched because it was just like a little bit of money that I got forever ago, and I just paid all of that out so that I would have more money because I already ran out. And then I got a friend to like send me a little bit of money to like bail me out the other day, and now that's gone too, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, like time to slow down. Alright, so it's day 6 today. I didn't really go out today except to get food because I was having another reaction again, which is getting kind of annoying that this is happening so much, especially because it was a really nice day today. But I did have my first day of Hungarian class yesterday evening. And I went out to meet up with a couple polyglot friends afterwards, so that was really fun. I got to see a bit more of the city. The couch surfing meetup this evening is actually in the bar that we went to last night. So given the fact that I've already been there and I'm not feeling that great, I figured I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna sit this one out and maybe check it out some other time. I decided that before I realized I was out of money, obviously. Yeah, and honestly, that makes me kind of think twice about paying for that metro ticket because they almost never check here. I told my hostess yesterday that I'd already been checked twice, and she said that's a lot. And at first I was like, oh, it's only like 30 euros, the same as in Orléans, but I didn't realize how much everything else costs here in comparison. So for the equivalent of 30 euros here, I could have gone out to eat like 3, 4, 5 times. I could have gone to the grocery store like 6 times. You know, the money goes a lot farther with certain things, which means that proportionally that metro ticket is a lot more expensive. This route that I take from the tram to the S-Bahn to the bus, I take pretty much every time I go into the city and come back. So at this point I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with where the stops are, which numbers I'm taking. Except for when I get into town, there's always like a different tram or bus that I have to look for, but the first part of the journey is a lot easier, a lot more familiar. I know exactly where to walk. I don't really have to you know, constantly pay attention, and I still look at my phone like as a sort of a security thing, but I know where I'm going now, which, you know, it's a nice feeling that things are becoming much more familiar already.